channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Transfer Kanu's case to East or release him. Who said so? Is Kanu's counsel to the federal government. The counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, that is the chieftain of the indigenous people of Biafra, that is Aloy Ejimako, has said that federal government cannot detain the indigenous people of Biafra leader indefinitely anymore. Nigeria News reported that Kanu should be released according to what his counsel has said, and he should be sent to the southeastern part of the country to continue his trial if there is any. As Nigeria News report, that Kanu's case was adjourned indefinitely by Justice Binta Nyako's Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday, and the adjournment came after Kanu's lawyer argued that Nyako, who had recused herself from the IPOS leaders case, ought not to preside over the case. Ejimako, in a statement on Monday, argued that Justice Nyako possessed no jurisdiction to conduct the hearing. For avoidance of doubt, the court proceedings today concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a complete nullity because the judge, having been recused, possessed no jurisdiction to conduct the hearing. Thus, any order of synedi purportedly made is also a nullified, he said. On the way forward, the IPOB leader's lawyer said the government should transfer Kanu's case to a federal high court in the southeast if no federal high court judge in Abuja intends to preside over his client's case. He further added that the government could decide to allow Kanu to go home while government prosecutors replan their case against the IPOB leader. His words: if no judge other the recused judge in Abuja is willing to try the case, the next lawful thing to do is to, on the authority of Section 45 Federal High Court Act and James Ibori vs. FRN, transfer the case to any of the Federal High Court divisions in the southeast. If there is some sort of a secret official embargo in having Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tried in the southeast, you cannot keep him in an endless limbo while he's detained as an awaiting trial. Awaiting which trial? A trial that cannot happen in Abuja or southeast. In every common law country, when a state has an insurmountable difficulty in putting a detainee on trial within a reasonable time, the next responsible and lawful option is to release such a detainee until such a time his trial can be properly conducted, subject to any statute of limitation that may be applicable under the Constitution. Every criminal suspect, especially a detainee, deserves to be tried within a reasonable time, not an indefinite time, not being in a detention for almost 4 years, awaiting trial that never happens for no fault of the detainee but of the state. Additionally, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act prescribed a day-to-day trial for every criminal suspect. It becomes more urgent and compelling when such suspect is in detention and a lengthy to boot. In summation, we make bold to say that the ball is firmly and exclusively in the court of the federal government, in the sense that since it has proved unable to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to trial within a reasonable time, then the next best thing, which is also lawful and constitutional, is to end this whole saga honorably by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, either through restoration of his bail or otherwise by discontinuance of a case that was burdened by the indices of internecine politics from its inception 10 years ago. That was 2015. Well, be it as it may, we don't really know what the federal government is still waiting for at this point in time. After about 10 years, and this man has been detained for 4 years, and yet is still in the custody. The trial has not started, and oftentimes the judge in question will give a particular administrative instruction and the government will defy it, and that is not speaking good of our politics and of our democracy. In fact, it is speaking ill of the way we do things in this country. If it is government that is also always violating the rules and the instruction, imagine how do you expect the populace to behave? Because in this situation, if you continue to interrogate the government, they will tell you the action of Nnamdi Kanu is inimical to the sovereignty of the country, and then because of that he is declared wanted and he cannot be released on bail. Then you'll be wondering, then where is the man's fundamental human right? That's number one. Number two, it is the right of this man to demand for a referendum or a secession, as the case may be. If they decide that their region doesn't want to be a part of Nigeria anymore and they want to declare themselves an independent state, I think international law and fundamental human rights allows that they should be recognized as a country on their own, and then the government or the country in Nigeria as a whole should give them that opportunity to be what they want to be. Let them express themselves. But then in this situation whereby the second option is not to be followed, the first option, in which it seems as if the man is just being tormented unnecessarily, restricted, and also they are infringing on his own fundamental human right for him to be under the watch of the government and to stay at a point until every day of his life is in court now, wasted. He can do something good with his life, but if government is detaining him for too long and think it's not well appreciated, it's not welcomed at all. Let the government make its own decision. Let them find a judge that can get the job done, and let the job be done fair and square. As far as Nigerians are concerned, we want to be done away with the IPOB issue so that we know our stand. How many are we remaining in the country? If we still want to maintain that the eastern part of the country to be part of the sovereign state of Nigeria, so be it. Let the people of the southeastern part of the country make the decision by themselves. And then also Nnamdi Kanu, in the process of making sure that he works to agitate for the separation of IPOB or Biafra region or nation, he should also know he doesn't need to allow those who are fifth columnists, miscreants, to hijack this thing as it has happened earlier before now, declaring unnecessary holiday in southeast, not allowing people to go out to do their lawful businesses, and a lot of lives were killed. The same set of people that you want to get a country for are the ones that are being killed as a result of the organization you have also floated. So these are the things that need to put in place, and Nigeria need to be very quick at making sure this man is released without any further delay. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.